Great. Thank you, Daniel, for the introduction. Yeah, I've known Daniel, as he said, for many years, and I've worked on projects with Daniel and his companies, and just loved every minute of it. So when Daniel first sent me some information about it, I was just right in the middle of some other things at home. I was just too busy, like all of us are, so I really didn't pay much attention to it. But then when he sent me a couple weeks later a video testimony of himself on the results he was getting and his wife was getting, well, I said, okay, I'll watch this, and I watched it, and I was blown away with what I saw. I have to get more information about this, and so when I got the information, I was very skeptical at first. Even though I knew about quantum energy and I've heard about the quantum healing and things, but never really knew how it could apply to everyday people. And so Daniel just, got me some videos to watch. He put together a string of videos to give me information. And after I did that, I didn't even hesitate. I just signed up immediately because, I've been in pain for over 10 years. I was running at the beach and tore my knees up. And every year it's been getting worse and worse. I think a lot of possible arthritis maybe has set in some of the joints. And I was on 3 to 4 days a week Tylenol or some Advil. And so I was just looking for any kind of relief. And I was just considering with my wife going to some type of surgery maybe this year to correct it, because it's really affected the way I live, the quality of life. So I was excited. I made my boost like we all do. And I put on the pain one. And this was probably in the afternoon, early afternoon. And around 7 o'clock at night, I really didn't feel much. I was kind of surprised. I was hoping for a miracle, right away. And I told Daniel, nothing really worked. But then I was sitting watching some videos of Dr. Cook, and he talked about inflammation and pain together. And I didn't add the inflammation. So I immediately added the inflammation with the pain and went to bed. And that next night, man, I woke up and I literally had no pain in my right knee and my left knee, a little stiff, but not the pain I had. And usually I have to get up in the mornings and just kind of stretch and rub my knees to get some blood flow and to get walking. And man, I didn't have that feeling. To me, it was a godsend. And that's how it's been now for 2 months. I've had last 3 days, I've had my pain turned off, actually, trying to do a little experiment with myself. And I have a little pain in the mornings, but somehow it's working my body's healing that particular issue. I don't know if it's my original custom Spark scan or this, but I've been almost pain-free for about 3 to 4 days now. So without any pain on. The inflammation's still on, but not the pain. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then 30 years ago, I used to do stunt work in the film business, and I landed on the back of my head and neck. And, for the years, I always woke up with headaches, and I didn't realize it. After about a month, I woke up, wait a minute, I don't have a headache when I wake up. It's just one of those things. I just lived with it. So I put it out of my mind, and it completely, I just don't take I haven't taken any Advils or aspirins in probably 6 weeks for anything. So I'm really excited. Now I go to the beach 3 to 4 times a week. I get out of my car and I don't walk sideways half the time trying to get my knees working. So this has just been a real godsend. And I know it happened very quickly for me. A lot of people, it's taken a little longer. But again, if they would have told me it takes a year to get out of pain, I would have been on this a year, because for me, the last 10 years has just been agonizing. So I'm excited what other things are working inside of me. I have more energy. I sleep better. I just feel better as my body does. So I know things are really turning around for me. So that's my testimony. If is there anything I can do to help anybody, I'd be more than happy to contact me, and I can do what I can.
Awesome. Hey, Craig.
Yes,
before we hand it back to Daniel and Carl,
yeah.
I just wanted to ask you. I mean, you've shared what it's done for you from a standpoint of pain and inflammation and ailments that you've had for years, and you're feeling better. But overall, maybe your outlook of life and how it's helped your lifestyle. Obviously, those types of things have affected your lifestyle, but in a positive sense. And you shared a little bit about like even going to the store or getting out of the car and those kind of things. But if you could elaborate a little more, because we say all the time that this is to help your lifestyle. So how has that impacted you in that sense?
Well, that's a great question, Bob. That's other than pain, and all of us have whatever we're going through, whether it's pain or whatever issues. To us, it's very personal, and it's something it's at the forefront of our mind. But the side effect, if you want to call it a side effect of being out of pain, and which is most people's normal, is getting back to my normal. My wife and I, we do animal rescue on the side and other things, and it allows us now to go to the beach every day, walk our dogs, or me. She kept doing it. I wasn't. It allows us to, we're going to start traveling after this lockdown gets taken away from everybody. It's improved, Bob. It got me back to where I was 10 years ago. It's an interesting thing to think about. Like, I feel like I have a new lease on life, but this is where I used to be, so, that it's really changed what I can get back to doing. That's about the best way I can describe it here. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. And I guess congratulations and a thank you goes out to Dan for sharing it with you as well.
Absolutely. I can never repay him enough for getting me, and I've been doing networking for many, many years in different startup companies and businesses. And it's always about making money. And, we've not done one call that I'm aware of, and I've not done one that we lead with the money. It's always about helping people. And, I feel blessed and the group, Bob, you being friends with Daniel and Carl and all these people I've met here on the calls. We're all just a big family now. You can't put a price on that in today's, social distancing, let's say. We're a tight family here. While everybody's pulling away, we're getting closer here. So I feel blessed to be part of this group and look forward to really meeting everybody here on the call and in our company.